dread reign of cholera in New York, I had accepted the invitation of a relative to spend a fortnight with him in the retirement of his cottage ornée.
Master will be right with you. May I take your bags? Sir, your cousin has arrived.
Wonderful. Let him in. Cousin, it's good to see you again. Come here. You're safe now. Come on. Join me in the den for a drink. Take a seat. I know we'll do you good. Have a sip. How is it?
That's good.
Good. So how have you been?
My host was of a less excitable temperament, and although greatly depressed in spirits, exerted himself to sustain my own. His richly philosophical intellect was not at any time affected by unrealities. To the substances of terror he was sufficiently alive, but of its shadows he had no apprehension.
Excuse me, sirs. I regret to bear bad news once more, but it seems as if one of your close friends has died.
Not a day elapsed which did not bring us news of the decease of some acquaintance. Then, as the fatality increased, we learned to expect daily the loss of some friend. At length we trembled at the approach of every messenger. The very air from the south seemed to us redolent with death. Endeavors to arouse me from the conditions of abnormal gloom into which I had fallen were frustrated, in great measure, by certain volumes which I had found in his library. I had been reading these books without his knowledge, and thus he was often at a loss to account for the forcible impressions which had been made upon my fancy. A favorite topic with me was the popular belief in omens, a belief which, at this one epoch of my life, I was almost seriously disposed to defend. On this subject we had long and animated discussions. he maintaining the utter groundlessness of faith in such matters, I contending that, in itself, the unmistakable elements of truth, and was entitled to much respect. The fact is that soon after my arrival at the cottage there had occurred to myself an incident so entirely inexplicable, and which had in it so much of the portentous character, that I might well have been excused for regarding it as an omen.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What are you looking at?
Nothing. I'm not looking at anything.
Okay.
No.
At length, one evening, some 3 or 4 days after the occurrence, we were sitting together in the room in which I had seen the apparition. The association of the place and time impelled me to give him an account of the phenomenon.
Check.
I have to tell you what I saw.
He heard me to the end, at first laughed heartily, and then lapsed into an excessively grave demeanor, as if my insanity was a thing beyond suspicion.
Are you okay?
Yeah, of course I'm okay.
All right. What?
There it is. It's the Sphinx right there.
Where?
It's going into the bushes right now. Can't it?
Okay.
I was now immeasurably alarmed, for I considered the vision either as an omen of my death, or worse, as the forerunner of an attack of mania.
Let me read this to you. A schoolboy account of the genus Sphinx, of the family Crepuscaria, of the order Lepidoptera, of the class Insecta, or insects. The account runs thus. 4 membranous wings covered with little colored scales of metallic appearance. Mouth forming a rolled proboscis produced by the elongation of the jaws, upon the sides of which are found the rudiments of mandibles and downy palpi. The inferior wings retained to the superior by a stiff hair. Antennae in the form of an elongated club, prismatic. Abdomen pointed, the death's-headed sphinx is occasioned much terror among the vulgar at times by the melancholy kind of cry which it utters, and the insignia of death which it wears upon its corselet. So what do you think of that?